Oh no, he's here! He can't see us like this! Where is my jacket? Damn it, he's already in! Before we dive into this story, write where you're watching this video from and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. I'm Caitlin, 38, and I never thought I'd be hiding in my own home, heart racing like a drum. It's a chilly Tuesday night in our quiet Denver suburb, and I'm sprawled on the couch in the living room, flipping through reruns of Friends. The clock ticks past 9 p.m., and Ryan, my husband, is still at the office. Typical for him. He's 42, an IT manager obsessed with deadlines, and lately, I've been more of a roommate than a wife. I don't blame him entirely. He's grinding to keep us comfortable, but it leaves me staring at these beige walls alone way too often. Then the front door slams open, and in walks Logan, my stepson. He's 21, fresh off a shift at the local coffee shop, all messy hair and that easy grin that lights up a room. He tosses his backpack to the side by the stairs and collapses next to me, removing his shoes. "Tough day?" I ask, trying to sound casual. "Latte all over a customer's laptop," he says with a laugh. I laugh too, a little harder than I mean to, and it hits me. His energy's contagious. We're talking about his shift, the good tippers, and my awful obsession with 90s sitcoms. "You're still in the past, Kate," he teases, jostling me with his elbow. I bat him away, grinning, and notice the way his arm rests on mine just a hair too long. My heart rate speeds up, and I remind myself it's nothing, just a kid being friendly. Logan's no longer a kid, though. He's grown into this confident guy who can't be ignored. I work my way along the couch, drawing my sweater toward me. "You hungry?" ask, needing something to distract me. He says yes, and we head into the kitchen. I pull out leftover pizza, shove it into the microwave, and we just keep talking. About his old buddies from high school, my humdrum days at the library where I work part-time. It's easy, relaxed, but there's this undertow that I just can't shake. Each time he gazes at me, I feel noticed in a manner Ryan hasn't caused me to feel for months. "So what's it like being married to a workaholic?" Logan asks, elbows on the counter, forearms crossed. His voice teasing, but his words landing with a heft. I toy with a napkin. "It's fine. He works, you know? Pays the bills." He nods, doesn't glance away. "Isn't a sign it isn't lonely," he continues in a gentler voice. I hesitate. How does he know? I am making myself laugh. "I exist. Got my shows, my books." He smiles. "And me too?" It is humorous, but hangs there. I'm going to respond when he grabs his piece of pizza and heads back to the couch. "You're different tonight, Kate," he says, tossing it over his shoulder, as if nothing is wrong. I stand there, gripping the counter, my mind reeling. Different how? What does he see? I sit down again next to him, but this time at a safe distance. We sit and observe Ross and Rachel battle on television, but I am not even paying attention. My mind continues to be drawn back to Logan. His laugh, his smug self-assurance. I shouldn't be thinking about this. He is Ryan's son, for God's sake. I have known him since he was a gangly teenager. But here, with the glow of the TV bouncing off his face, I can't help it. Something's shifting inside me. I take a deep breath and remind myself to get a grip. This is cabin fever, right? Too many nights alone. I glance over at Logan again, and he catches on. "What?" he asks, smiling. "Nothing," I reply, face aflame. He doesn't push, just turns back to the TV, but I'm left wondering what he meant by different. Did he feel it too, that spark? Or am I imagining things? Either way, I'm more amazed than I should be, and the night's not even over. Logan's words from last night, "You're different, Kate," still echo in my head as I chop carrots in the kitchen. It's Friday, 2 days later, and Ryan's off for the weekend, some work conference in Boulder. I'm on my own again, trying to keep myself busy. The house is too quiet, so I turn up the radio, some pop song I don't even like. Then the back door opens, and Logan comes in, apron still wrapped from his coffee shop shift. "Need a sous chef?" he asks, grabbing a knife before I can answer. I smile. "Only if you don't slice off your finger." He laughs, coming up alongside me and starts cutting peppers. Our elbows bump, and I jump. Knife glides, almost cuts my hand. "Whoa, watch it," he says, his fingers steadying my wrist. His hand stays a fraction of a second too long, and I recoil, cheeks burning. "I'm fine," I mutter, looking fixedly at the carrots like they're a lifeline. We simply keep cutting, trading small talk about his day. Some obnoxious guy complained for a refund, and I am attempting to be normal. Then he goes and says, "You're so tense whenever I'm around, huh?" My stomach lifts off the ground. I glance over at him, his hazel eyes blazing into me, teasing but perceptive. "What? No, I'm just tired," I whisper, downplaying it. He smirks. "Sure, Kate." I roll my eyes, but inwardly I'm a disaster. He's too close, the scent of espresso and that obnoxious cologne he uses filling my nostrils. I go to get the salt, and he does the same. Our shoulders clank, and the pepper in his hand shoots off the counter. We both laugh, both bending to retrieve it, and our hands graze. It's nothing, but my heart is racing like I just ran a mile. He stands up, dumping the pepper into the sink. "You're fun to play with," he says, pushing against the counter. I say back, "And you're a pain." It's offhand, but there is this tension I cannot escape. He retreats to his room afterward, and I stand over the half-cut vegetables, wondering why I'm so unsettled. Later, I'm wrapping things up when I hear footsteps. It's past midnight. Logan's back, raiding the fridge in sweatpants and a faded tee. I freeze at the sink, hand on a dish. "Couldn't sleep?" I ask, my voice tight. He grabs a water bottle, shuts the fridge, and turns to face me. "Nah, you?" I shrug. "Same." He comes nearer, his feet a foot away from me. "Ryan has no idea how lonely you are, does he?" His tone is lowered, and he is earnest. I gulp. "He's busy. It's all right." Logan shakes his head. "It's not all right," I notice. My heart tightens up. He is right, and I don't like that he knows me so well. I step back, hitting the counter. "Logan, don't—" I start, but he's already on me, hands in pockets as if holding himself back. "I'm just saying what is true," he says, scanning my eyes. I want to argue, tell him he's wrong, but I can't speak. I just stand there, paralyzed under his gaze, feeling the air hum between us. "Why care?" I say finally, not much louder than a breath. He hesitates, then speaks. "Because someone should." My heart collides with my ribcage. He stands too close, and I am too aware. His height, his warmth. I should back away, but I don't. He doesn't either. We stand there, mere inches apart, and I am not sure whether I am in fear or even breathing. Logan looming over me, inches away, and I'm braced against the kitchen counter with nowhere to go. His words, "because someone should," pierce the air, and my heart pounds so violently I'm sure he can hear it. It's night outside. The house is still, and I should tell him to leave me be, but I don't. I complain instead, "You don't get it," and brace myself against the sink, gripping the edge as if it'll hold me up. He doesn't back away, just stands there. The following night, I'm in my room, flipping through a thriller that I'm unable to focus on. Ryan calls, his voice gruff on the phone. "Stranded in Boulder until tomorrow," he explains, his voice distracted. "Okay," I respond, flat out, and leave the phone on the bed. I'm worked up, pacing, when the door swings open. Logan stands there, clad in a gray shirt and shorts, barefoot. "You okay, Kate?" he asks, leaning on the doorframe. I nod, too eagerly. "Yeah, just wired." He comes in, shutting the door quietly. "Couldn't sleep either," he says, and sits at the foot of my bed, as if he isn't making such a big issue out of this. I am still standing there, arms crossed, but he encourages me to sit by plopping down space beside him. "Come on, tell me something." I don't, but hang back, then sit, too close. The bed dips and my knee pushes against his. I shift, but he does not. "You're so tight these days," he mutters, low voice. I shrug. "It's nothing." He shakes his head. "It's not nothing. I can see how you are when Ryan's not here." I stare at him angrily. "What are you trying to say?" He leans closer. "You're lonely. I know. I feel it too." My throat tightens. He's correct, and it stings. His hand crosses over, falling onto mine. I tense, but don't move away. "Logan, we can't—" I start to say, but he cuts me off. "I'm not blind, Kate. I know you feel this." His hold on me is tighter, his fingers burning against my skin, and I'm paralyzed, staring into those hazel eyes. My brain yells at me to stop, but my body won't listen. He leans in closer, and I don't move. Then it's done. We pass that line. It's quick, a shock, and I step back gasping. We did it, I whisper in wonder. He nods, mouth open, as if he's just as stunned. Before I can even move, the doorbell rings downstairs, shrill, piercing. My heart drops. Ryan! I shout out, jumping up. Logan's face pales. Hide! I spit out, and he runs for the closet, slamming the door shut. I run a hand through my hair, rush downstairs, and fling open the front door. Ryan's there, bag slung over his shoulder, looking worn out. Hey, he says, moving in. Surprised you? I attempt a smile, throat closing up. Great timing. I manage to get out, hoping he can't hear the desperation in my voice. He slams his bag onto the floor, takes a look around. You okay? You're flushed. I'm laughing, too breathy. Just ran downstairs. He nods, his brow furrowed. Listened to you talking to somebody when I got here, he says, calm but definite. My heart is stuck. Just the TV, I fib, gesturing vaguely towards the living room. He's regarding me a beat too long, then shrugs. Guess I'm done. Going to bed. I shake my head, trailing after him upstairs, every step a countdown. Logan's still hiding in that closet. Did he hear us? Ryan jumps onto the bed, clueless, but I'm trembling inside. What just happened? And how close was I? I cast a glance at the closet door, hoping it stays shut, knowing that everything is going to come crashing down. Morning slaps hard. Ryan's already gone, off to work before I could even wrestle with last night. I'm in the kitchen, coffee shaking in my hands, reliving it all. Logan huddled in the closet, Ryan's voice cutting through. Heard you talking to someone. Did he have a clue? I didn't sleep, jolting at every creak the house made. My phone buzzes. Logan. We need to talk. Meet me at the park. I don't want to see him, but I grab my jacket and go. It's cold in the park, crunching leaves beneath my boots. Logan sitting on a bench, hoodie up, hands stuffed in his pockets. He glances up when I sit, weary but firm eyes. Kate, last night, he starts, and I cut him off. It was a mistake, Logan. We can't keep this up. His jaw clamps shut tight at the wince. You don't really mean that, he says. I nod my head firmly. I do. It's wrong. You're Ryan's boy. He leans forward. And he's never there. You're miserable, Kate. I see it every day. His voice cracks, and I hurt for him. He's right, but that doesn't mean it's okay. Maybe, I snap. But this is not the answer. You're too young and I'm married. He laughs. Age does not matter. You felt it too. I did. God, I did. But I force it away. Feelings don't change things. I get up and state. He grasps my wrist, gentle but unyielding. Don't go. I'm going to Austin tomorrow. Friend's got a job lined up. You can come with me. My stomach knots. What? No, Logan, I don't think so. He lets me go, his eyes pleading. Why not? What are you staying for? I step back. My life, Ryan. This isn't Hollywood. I don't just leave. He stands too, voice increasing. Your life? Waiting for a guy who doesn't even see you? I see you, Kate. I clench my fists. Stop. You're making this worse. If you go, I can fix things with Ryan. We'll be fine. He scowls, hurt flashing across his face. Fine? You're fooling yourself. I turn away, throat tightening. Maybe, but it's my choice. Fine, he snarls, stiff. I'll go. You're going to regret this. He strides off, shoulders set, and I trail behind him around the corner. My chest aches, but I tell myself it's for the best. Ryan and I can get back on course. No secrets, no remorse. I turn for home, deciding what I'm going to say to him, how I'll make it work. The house is silent as I walk in. Ryan's shoes aren't on the door. Odd, he'd be home by now. I shout, Ryan? Nothing. I climb the stairs, fear creeping in. On the bed, a letter, his writing, messy and rushed. My hands shake as I pick it up. Caitlin, I know what's been going on. I heard you last night, saw that closet door open. I'm out. My knees go weak. I sit on the bed, watch crumpling in my hand. He knew. The whole time, he knew. Logan's gone, Ryan's gone, and I'm left with nothing but this piece of paper and a house that's a mausoleum. I thought letting Logan go would save me, but it didn't. What do I do now? The phone rings. Ryan's face on the screen. I stare at it, frozen, as it ends. Then, just like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share with your friends if you enjoyed it.
This is an artistic and fictional creation intended for both entertainment and educational purposes. Any resemblance to actual people or events is purely coincidental. Some scenes and dialogues in the video are part of a dramatized performance and incorporate elements of grotesque, satire, and exaggeration. The creator stands against discrimination, violence, and hatred. This channel fully complies with YouTube's policies and does not infringe upon copyright laws.